What's going on, guys? This is your boy Lelouch Masamune, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play the brand new Scholar that came out just today in PvP for patch 7.1. This is going to be just a quick guide, nothing too special here, nothing too edited, nothing too fancy. I'm just going to go into everything that Scholar has to offer now compared to when it had before. And without further ado, let's just get right into this. Basically, Scholar has two new buttons, maybe three, if you want to count the new LB, I guess. But basically, the new buttons are Change Stratagem, which, for those who are familiar with the PvE equivalent, it's kind of the same thing, but not really. Instead, here it's just a damage increase on target, but it has the extra added effect of having the defensive bonuses of guard. So it's basically like a guard shred. So there's two types of guarding, or guard breaks and guard shredding. This is a guard shred, meaning like it's just reducing half of the mitigation that guards are going to provide on the target. So you always want to just put this on your target. Say this is your enemy and he's guarding. Just immediately program in your brain that you need to put Change Stratagem because you're going to just have the guarding effect on that, right? And then the other new button, which I really don't consider it new because it's already been in the Scholar kit before, but it's kind of just reworked or revamped such that, your Summon Seraph, this used to be your LB, right? But now it's just a global button that you have on cooldown every 60 seconds. It works exactly like your LB from before, minus the, like the nullification of future CCs, that part. I don't know if it has the XCOG, which I'm going to double check right now and correct myself before I make a mistake here. It seems to just have the run-of-the-mill, fairy aspects that it had with the LB before. Right, so, yeah. While I'm talking here and while I'm explaining the other things that Scholar does now, we're going to wait for the LB. So on that note, Expedient changed now. The only thing that's different, I guess, is the additional movement speed that it has on you and surrounding allies, but also it increases your damage dealt by you and your fellow party members, right? So you kind of want to just remember now that Expedient doesn't have the damage reduction, but a damage increase around your party members and yourself, right? So that's the new thing with Scholar. The other new thing is that Biolis is no longer a damage reduction on target, but rather it is a healing reduction. Just like the good old days, if you remember how Biolis worked back in Feast, this is exactly how it is now. So you kind of want to just make sure you use that to the best of your ability, just the same way. There's nothing really different in terms of rotational changes, right? Like you kind of want to just open with your Adlo plus your DT, right? So like, I mean, it's not letting me do it here, but you would Adlo, DT yourself, spread it to allies. On that note too, Adlo has a new ability or a new passive where it's reducing the damage on you and or your party members based on if they're spread, excuse me, with the effect of it. So it before used to be the damage increase aspect, right? But now that went to Expedient, and so here you're getting the damage reduction. I guess they did like a little switcheroo between the two here. So you kind of want to just remember that aspect. So the same concept regarding keeping Adlo on yourself and your party members is doubly so, meant to be kept here, or emphasized here, excuse me, because that damage reduction is going to be the difference. Just like Adlo was the difference between a securing kill, now it's on the other end, where it's the difference between you and your party members dying. So please, 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 if you're playing Scholar, make sure you have your Adlo up at all times to the best of your ability. Now, with that all out of the way, those are all of Scholar's new abilities and new changes, but let's get to the grand finale here, which is the LB. So Scholar has a new LB called Seraphism. It basically turns you into a fairy, so I'm going to demonstrate that now. So you cast it on whatever you can. It's not on a target or anything, but as you can see, you change to a fairy of some sort. And you get the same deal with when you did Summon Seraph. You have like the additional ability behind the LB cast. This is called a session. I hope I'm saying that right. Which is basically like a heal, right? And also a barrier. So you have the consolation aspect of the previous LB, when you used to like do the extra effect, but now it has like the heal on top. I don't know if that makes sense. This kind of procs, at least from what I noticed, automatically if your summon Seraph is down. If your summon Seraph is not down, you can actually self-cast it or manual cast it whenever you want to, I guess. But if I can show you again when the LB is up, I mean, if I still have time in this video, it's kind of like going past the quick aspect of the guide here. But you know, like basically, as I said, you know, like if you cast the LB and your Seraph is down, it would autocast the accession part. But if it is not down, you can have access to it whenever you want, and up until, you know, the duration of the LB is done or whatever. But along with that, the best part about this LB is that it brings back so the nullification part that I mentioned earlier that Summon Seraph have or had, it has it here. But not only that, it increases the potency of your not your Biolis or your Adlos, which you'll have the recitation stack too from the Summon Seraph prior. But now your Biolis becomes what is known as Seraphic Halo. I'll show you what that looks like, but let me also demonstrate the changes regarding. So remember how I said, you know, you had your Accession? Let's use Summon Seraph. Oh no, my Summon Seraph is down. Let me LB. As you can see, well, maybe I was wrong. At least from what I noticed, I don't know why it happens to like autocast sometimes. It's probably a bug, who knows. But yeah, let me show you the main thing, which is Seraphic Halo, which is basically Adlo in AoE form, and maybe double the potency, right? So you kind of want to just use this in the same manner that you want to use Broil when you had Broil on cooldown, right? So whenever you have that like free space to just cast something, you want to use your Seraphic Halo. But it's very strong when you pair it with your new Expedient buff, and if possible, the change stratagem on guard breaks and stuff like that, or in this case, guard shreds, excuse me. But ultimately, that's about everything that there is to New Scholar. I hope that kind of explained or summarized everything to the best of my ability. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to leave anything in the comment section below. I'll gladly help you to the best of my ability. And with that said, this is Lelouch out.